Welcome to State House Rock. I'm Policy Specialist Ryan Roth. The Illinois legislature returned to the Capitol this week to start the 2020 legislative session. The legislature focused mostly on housekeeping duties, while the governor gave his State of the State address on Wednesday. Following veto session last fall, Senate President John Cullerton announced he would be retiring from the Senate after the first of the year. The Senate met on January 19th and elected Don Harmon over Kimberly Lightford to be the next Senate President. Harmon was first elected to the Senate in 2002 and resides in Oak Park. Shortly after becoming president, Harmon announced he would resign his position as a partner at the law firm of Burke, Burns, and Pinelli to focus on his new role. President Cullerton's vacated Senate seat has been filled by Representative Sarah Feigenholtz. Feigenholtz worked as Cullerton's chief of staff when he was a state representative, was first elected to the Illinois House in 1994, and was an assistant majority leader in that chamber until recently. On Tuesday, former Senator and Transportation Chair Martin Sandoval appeared in federal court to plead guilty to 2 counts of bribery and tax fraud after his home and offices were raided by federal agents last fall. Sandoval is cooperating with federal authorities who are expected to target others in the transportation and road building industry. Governor Pritzker began his State of the State address Wednesday by recognizing the work of his wife as First Lady and now former Senate President John Cullerton. He spent the first 15 minutes of his half-hour speech touting the accomplishments of the past year and appeared to go out of his way to mention success stories in small downstate communities. The governor outlined his goals for the year as passing new ethics legislation, making the criminal justice system more fair, adopting clean energy legislation, and consolidating property taxes among units of local government. Pritzker asked the legislature to pass real ethics reform this session by banning legislators from working as paid lobbyists, requiring better disclosure of conflicts of interests, strengthening punishment for breaches, and ending the practice of retiring from the legislature one day and lobbying it the next. Governor Pritzker stated that clean energy legislation needed to focus on renewable, lower carbon forms of energy. He was emphatic when he announced the old way of negotiating energy legislation is over. It will no longer be written by utility companies, but will instead put consumers and the environment first. President Harmon named Ram Villavalam chair of the Senate Transportation Committee on Wednesday. He replaces Senator Maddie Hunter, who was made vice chair of the committee and chair of the Senate Executive Committee. The legislature will return to Springfield on February 4th. The governor's budget address is February 19th. That's it for this edition of State House Rock. Thank you for watching.